Hello and welcome to Crusader Kings 2, The Return of Arthur, the series where we are playing, or where I, TJ, mostly, am playing Crusader Kings 2 as the Mab Arthur dynasty, descended from a figure of the 8th century who we created in the ruler designer who claimed to be the reincarnation of the mythical King Arthur, the once and future king, who was prophesied to return to deliver the Britons in their darkest hour. The 8th century is very much a dark hour for the Britons, or at least it was historically. Actually, the 9th century we're in now, as most of England had been taken over at that point by the Anglo-Saxons, and there are bound to be some Viking invasions. Actually, it looks like, yeah, there actually already has been a major Viking. I don't know if it was actually an invasion, but the King of Denmark at the time inherited or invaded somehow the Kingdom of Scotland. At that point, Denmark and Sweden were the same country. Now they've split, so Scotland has gone to the Swedish side of the family, is what I believe has happened here. But last time, as King Harscott of Breton, which is how I've chosen to render Britain using Cornish as a basis, since we did start out in Cornwall. We've formed a kingdom, so we are a officially king level ruler now, and are on the verge of uniting all of the Britons under our command. There's a couple counties. This guy we have a truce against until about 10 more years, because we fought another war with him to gain some of the land that we needed in order to form the kingdom. What's going on here? Why are there siege symbols? That shouldn't be happening. And then this guy, we also have a tweace with, I believe, yeah, because we had to conquer one of his counties. Also, I noticed that Gwyneflach, the holy here, I apologize once again, I cannot pronounce any Welsh names. I should be able to revoke her title. Upset my other vassals, minus 15. I'm wondering if I can afford to do that, because for as long as I can, I would like to keep all of the at least the de jure Welsh lands in my domain, which I have room to do. I guess we'll let her be. She doesn't hate us. And when I pick up these two counties, I can make that my domain, and then I'll be maxed out. So, not too worried about that. I believe we're fabricating a claim on Gloucester right now. And I'm considering a couple of different ideas on how to proceed. Roleplay-wise, if we're talking about, the Arthurian dynasty, we believe that the Irish should be self-governing. Arthur was a king of the Britons. We don't really have a lot of interest, a lot of ambition when it comes to Ireland. However, if we do have to conquer Ireland just to build our power base to go up against giant realms like Mercia, we might do that just until we banish the Saxons from Britain, and then possibly we can move on to, or we can, release them, either make it a vassal kingdom once we form the empire, or just choose someone to be king of Ireland, give him all the land, and release it, so that the Irish can be free again. Ideally, what I would like to do is orchestrate a united Ireland and make them a tributary, so that way they have to pay us taxes, and we can call them into war, but they're not really a proper vassal. But we don't need to quite worry about that yet, because Gloucester, he's allied with the King of Desmond and the King of Wessex, but I'm pretty sure we can take them on. So that's our immediate goal, other than waiting for these truces to expire so we can claim our de jure land. And then Wessex, he has some allies, but only really the King of Wicca, who is the guy we're about to conquer, is all that powerful. The rest of his allies are all... He's got a Scottish chief and a count and a couple of earls, so... And these guys are tributaries, so I'm not too worried about that. I think we can take Wessex. I think we can just conquer Wessex outright. I think that's going to be within our means to do, as long as they don't ally with Northumbria or Mercia. And from there, we can move on to the Hastings. Again, don't have any powerful alliances. Surrey, no alliances to speak of whatsoever. At that point, we're probably powerful enough to go after the petty kingdom of Essex, which again, they have a non-aggression pact with Northumbria, but as long as that doesn't develop into an alliance, we're fine. Norfolk should be easy pickings, and then I probably am also going to want to claim at some point de jure Brittany, because they are of Breton culture, which was actually our starting culture. So as a secondary long-term goal after we resecure the Isles, I do want to get a foothold on the continent and take at least, you know, the de jure kingdom of Brittany up to Rennes and Nantes. So that is our current plan. Let's see. Important decision. Oh yeah, we can hold a grand tournament. Let's do that. I have sent forth messengers around the realm to help spread the word of a grand tournament to be held. The tournament begins soon. Anything else? I can create some duchies that I don't want. Unlanded sons, that's fine. My prestige is still positive. And I could pick an ambition. Oh, because I became king. So let's see the realm prosper. Let's set that as our ambition. If his realm is attacked or he goes to war, this ambition will fail and can't be taken again for 5 years. Okay. Well, we'll benefit from that for a little while at least. Oh, I want to make sure my counselors are all doing something productive too. And where was I in my build queue? Once again, I want to max out my economy before I start investing in troops. Oh, I can start building universities now. That's right. I was going to wait till I maxed out my holding slots to start building universities, so we're saving up a lot of money. Ah, except we just got a claim on Gloucester. So I'm going to make a bookmark save. And... oh, I'm still in de jure map mode. I'm going to start fabricating a claim. Probably Somerset is the better option. Yeah, Somerset is slightly richer than Dorset. And I have to wait till I'm not broke. I'll actually probably wait till I build up a bit of a war chest so we don't go broke. Oh, and we'll wait for the tournament to finish, obviously. Castletown has been built in Aberfall? Where is that? Apparently before we conquered it, they were working on building a town, so that's cool. Podnulf Paldoing, the Lombard, fought his way to the 3rd place in my grand tournament. Oh, that's my son-in-law. Fought hard, he did. Mordred, my son, placed 2nd. Excellent. And this random Jewish guy with 0 martial and a personal combat skill of -1 apparently won the grand tournament. I really wish they would fix that. He's my court physician too. Yeah. I really wish they would make it so that martial and personal combat skill all actually contribute to who wins the grand tournament. Time to bask in the glory. I need help with a delicate private matter. Yeah, let's ask my friend. I've seen this event so many times already. Shared some of his... okay, so my court physician and champion of the grand tournament, Aaron, has shared some of his latest ideas with me. I don't know much of medicine, but perhaps he's onto something. Well, the last time we did this, the guy turned out to be a quack and brought shame to the entire realm. But I have a feeling this guy's a little bit smarter. My wife is pregnant again. That's good. We want a large, convoluted dynasty. That was one of our stated goals from the outset. My friend helped me get rid of the blackmailing woman, which is also awesome. Okay, so we had some derpage happen here. I realized for this segment that before I started, I'd been working on another one of my AARs, which has a custom mod that I wrote for it that caused some things to happen that I did not intend to be a part of this playthrough. I'm doing an AAR diary thing for PC Gamer right now that has some interesting custom elements that I've added to the game, and they do not fit well with the Return of Arthur motif. So I had to go ahead and roll back to my last autosave, and I lost 4 or 5 months of progress. But let's see. I was educating my heir, who's a genius. She's rowdy, playful. We're gonna make her a military person, fabricating claim on Somerset, and I was saving up for a holding in Devon, I believe. Yeah. So let's go ahead and unpause the game. Hey, we just got a claim on Somerset. Awesome. We're now in debt. Maybe shouldn't have done that. Are they at war? They're being raided. The problem is he has like a shitload of allies. Like, we'd probably need mercenaries to win that war, and now we don't have any money. We'll keep the claim though, and then maybe we'll fabricate on Dorset. You know, well, I want to build up a pretty decent sized war chest before we actually do any of that. Can I don't think I can go to war with either of these guys yet, can I? Oh yeah, I'm bankrupt, so I can't go to war with anyone, actually. Yeah, I'm hoping to get up to at least... I mean, I don't want to have to borrow from moneylenders, so I'd like to get a good 400, 500 before we go to war with Wessex. I have another genius daughter. That's awesome. Struggle. Right on. And raiders under the King of Bergenholmer have showed up to take my shit. Not gonna allow it. I have like very few troops in these regions here. How do I have so few troops? Like, I formed a kingdom and all my domain areas got way fewer levies. Is that like a law that I'm not paying attention to? And nobles still have max levies. I guess I just don't have enough castles or something. I only got levy reinforcements, so apparently my vassals heard my lament. Oh, it's just because we've been fighting so many wars, that's why. It's actually a little bit worrying. Okay, we're no longer bankrupt, so that's good. We're not going to get any Thieves Guild events or anything. Open council position. Podnulf definitely should be our marshal, I think. And commander, the mayor of Axminster, I guess we'll have to do. You'd think with a name like Axminster, he would be a little bit more military savvy. Immediately after being appointed marshal, Podnulf put forward a plan for some experimental military technology. Yeah, let's fund that. And Aaron, our chaplain, has just published his work on herbalism and signatures. His ideas about how herbs can be used to treat different ailments based on their resemblance to parts of the body have been received with much acclaim by scholars. I'm actually not familiar with that particular medical theory. Let me make sure my microphone's not derping here. Okay, it's good. So, gain 2 learning and 100 prestige. Yeah, I'll take it. During the last few days, my son, Prince Eusebi, has not been able to keep any food or drink down. He has food poisoning. And he's a drunkard. Let's take a look at what is the state of my sons. Oh, he botched the treatment. He's trying his best. So, Mordred is my oldest, then Eusebi, then... I'll attempt this. I'm gonna attempt it. Gwethin is how I would pronounce that. I'll just call him Gwethin. He's Gwethin from now on. Then I have... So I had 3 sons in a row and then 5 daughters in a row. Which actually, for Crusader Kings, that's a pretty good spread. Ah, he died of food poisoning. And apparently he lost a hand in the surgery. So he died one-handed of food poisoning. Oh, poor Eusebi. You will not be counted among the glorious descendants of Arthur. I think we already got the armored chariot, didn't we? I mean, I'll take the 50 military tech points, but yeah. I think we already knew how to make those. I can actually invest in... I'd love to invest in cavalry, but yeah, I don't have the retinue cap to start building knight retinues yet. The next level of military organization is a ways away, even though we're gaining military tech points pretty quick here, especially for the 860s. I guess we'll go with... I don't know, what are my levies made of? Mostly heavy infantry at this point. You can hover over this, by the way, to see the composition of your levies. Yeah, it looks like mostly heavy infantry. Yeah, so we'll do heavy infantry, then we'll go siege equipment, and then maybe we'll put some points into cavalry. Anything else tech-wise? Church infrastructure would be nice. Another level of construction would also be nice. And my next culture point, I'll probably put in noble customs, because I do have 1 count level vassal now, and I'm probably not going to be able to avoid getting more for much longer. Alright. I mean, nice little buff to our heavy infantry there. Hard to complain. I also shouldn't wait too long to go to war, because I am 66, and that fabricated claim will expire. Wow! Oh, so he's not just allied with these realms, he's actually suzerain over them. So Wessex actually holds power over Gwent, Sussex, Hwica, and Ulster. Interesting. Okay. Lacks an education focus. Willful, brooding, curious. Willful, brooding. Charity shows a talent for stewardship, so we might go that route. Wouldn't make a good diplomat and would not make a good scholar. So yeah, let's do stewardship education for her. I like to keep an even mix of, you know, Midas-touched, brilliant commander, Grey Eminence around at my court, in my bloodline if possible, just to serve as educators for specific, you know, people I want to groom to do any given specific task.